Okay guys, we're inside of the first Descendant and there's a lot to go through. Forbes and Paul Tassi have been on the Hallmark and have sent up an article which revolves around ultimate descendants, which could end up leading towards quite a big problem in the longevity of the game, and I genuinely agree with it. We're going to talk about TFD hitting bad news, and there's a really weird marketplace that you guys need to know about and avoid. And then we've got some love for Esiemo, because this guy seems to be all over the front covers right now. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. And make sure you check out our sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can buy your video games cheaper with PC and console, with best deals, offers, promotions, and discounts. So if you want to get your games a little bit cheaper today, head down to the link in the description and make sure you go and get them. We're also doing a giveaway for 1060 caliber, so get a peach in the comment section. As per, you know the drill. We'll announce it on Sunday for you guys in the Discord giveaway announcement sector. With that being said, let's dive into the game and see what's going on right now. So Paul Tassi actually put up an article with the first Descendant having a big ultimate hero problem. Now, I'm sure you guys already know what this is going to be, but the core issue here is that it doesn't seem to worth it to spend dozens of hours, millions of gold, nearly a dozen catalysts on energy activators to fully invest into a quote-unquote normal character, when in theory you should just wait to grind out the ultimate version whenever it arrives. Well, again, whenever that is. They did this at launch by default with the ultimate versions of the 3 starters, meaning whatever investment you made into your first character would likely result in an underpowered version. The same for Bunny, the additional character that everyone gets. And for many of these characters, this is important. Lepic is the best boss burner in the game with his ultimate mod. Bunny becomes even better mob clearer with her ultimate mob. It's not always the case they're better, but you just don't really know until they arrive. And as such, I've seen many people say they're not bothering to really go hard on any characters except the ultimates and are waiting for new ones to release before bothering. Now, why is this actually a big issue? This is genuinely a massive issue, because I actually approached this maybe about 2-3 weeks ago now, and we were talking about this on stream one day, where I said essentially I'm not grinding out for standard characters anymore. It's borderline irrelevant. I've got a collection of characters. I think I've got about 12 different characters now, and I only use the ultimates. Why do I only use the ultimates? Because the ultimate mods genuinely make the character. They make it more powerful, they make it more busty, they just give more to the actual outcome of the way that the game goes. And using the standard characters don't really stand for anything. So Ultimate Freyna, for me, I've reset her about 3 or 4 times now. I love my Freyna and she works really, really well. But knowing that I've got to now grind for an ultimate version and then restart all over again, this is going to really, really cause for a quality of life issue inside of the game, which means that normal characters are pretty much going to be made redundant pretty damn quickly. And with people already talking about it, it leads to question how these characters are going to do going forward, as the game has a bit more of a longevity life cycle. There's a lot of standardized characters that all need ultimate versions, which means that we're going to be receiving ultimate versions of old characters such as Freyna in later dates. So it'll be really interesting to see how that one plays out. But let me know your guys' opinions on that in the comment section below. It would be greatly appreciated. On top of that, something you guys really need to avoid, and this is an absolutely big no. There's a Reddit post that went up that states right here, seriously, what the hell is this? If someone here buying those services, then you're a lazy loser. This right here is a total price of $1,439.98, so that somebody else can go onto your account, boost it by getting shot focus. It's absolutely baffling. Absolutely baffling. Who the hell is actually paying these prices to be able to go ahead and get that? I have no idea. Also, don't use these services. Not only does it take the fun out of the game, but you are trying to trust them with all of your information that's attached to it, and it's just not worth it. Just not worth it. Now we've got that out of the way though. Apparently there was a post that went up on Steam that ruffled a few feathers, and some people genuinely got a little bit amped about it. Somebody put, TFD made the news once again today for losing players and being below player count than Warframe. The news also cited an overuse of one character, aka Bunny, predatory monetization and boring game design. Now inside of the article at hand, it did obviously go over a lot of that. Now the bit that I'm kind kind of coming to terms to is that, yes, obviously Warframe has quite a large player base. It's got a very, very popular fan base right now, and it always really has. The game's always been available, it's always done well, and we hope that First Descendant can sit alongside it. The game is not dying, it's not flattened. We've got around 60,000 players just on Steam alone, and that's only around 40% of the player base, meaning that the likelihood is we've got about 120, 130,000 players in the game any one 24-hour time period, which is amazing by any stretch of the imagination. And considering the game is still going now, it'll be really interesting to see how this goes going forward. But as we get big patches, you're going to boost those numbers up even higher. I think that this game is genuinely here to stay now, and we don't expect to see this thing go absolutely anywhere. But for those of you guys who are playing right now, have you tried Esiemo? Well, Esiemo seems to be the go-to pushed character for the promotional pieces right now. Even though we've got Haley coming and Ultimate Freyna, Esiemo for some reason seems to be in absolutely everything. He's in the trailer on the forefront. We also have the ASMR post that they posted up for it, which received 2.4 thousand upvotes on the Reddit page, which for one day on this Reddit page is absolutely incredible. Right now there's only 252 people online from that Reddit page, so take that as you wish. But it's absolutely amazing to see that Esiemo is getting some absolute love from it. But not only that, they spelt his bloody name wrong inside of the First Descendant trailer post. Don't really understand it, but nonetheless, it's something that we are working towards. So my recommendation is definitely when you're next online, grind for Esiemo, because I feel like there's going to be a buff coming for him, or some sort of booster, or some sort of something coming for him very, very soon. One thing that we want to make sure that we keep inside of the game though, and something that needs to be 100% around all the time, and I can vouch for it, is this right here. It states, "Dear Nexon, please keep these timers on screen all the time. It is an easy request." Ta! And yeah, I would 100% agree. Don't get me twisted, 60 seconds, I've got the time to be able to rinse and repeat through and just mark that actual location. You've got 60 seconds every single time, but it would be quite nice just to see the timer up in the air all the time round. Just a small change, but I thought I'd pop that in there. And apparently rolling is useless. People have been really getting involved with this conversation, and the topic at hand has got so many comments on this Reddit post. It is absolutely bonkers. But it states right here, rolling is useless. Why is it that rolling has no effect on actually dodging an incoming attack, especially when it comes to the beam attacks? The mobs have damn near perfect aim, especially the robot octopus and two different toxic spewing mobs. It's almost like we have a giant hitbox, even though most of the Descendant are small framed. I could understand Kyle or Ajax having a larger hitbox than others, being that they are both large tanky characters, though I don't think they should have larger hitboxes because it would make them less desirable to play. Just saying, I couldn't understand it. And actually a lot of people genuinely did comment in the comment section of this one and genuinely agreed with it. Apparently that this become a bit of an issue. I don't really understand it myself. Rolling doesn't really make for much use inside of this game, I'm not going to lie. There are a lot more effective ways of being able to dodge things and effectively utilize things, and generally it involves some sort of ability in some way or another. The rolling ability is pretty much redundant and there's not really a need to do it, but it's quite nice to have the availability to do that, as well as the grappling and stuff like that. The grappling can be used for evasion as much as actually being able to run away, roll away, do whatever you need. The grappling hook is probably the way to go forward. But nonetheless, we're going to end the video by diving into some comments from the last video. Starting off with the top rated comment right here, which states, "I honestly hope they go with Warframe's paint palette system, where you buy it and get an entire palette of 20 to 40-ish colors and you keep it." And I think that they genuinely should do this. How they haven't even addressed this yet is absolutely beyond me. It's probably one of the biggest problems for customization inside of the game right now, and they haven't even spoke about it. I don't really understand why they're avoiding that conversation, mainly because it's probably not going to change anytime soon. But going into the next topic at hand, this comment states right here that they need to get prices in the cash shop way down. £80 for an Ultimate Descendant is crazy. And again, yeah, it is pretty mental. Obviously it's there because people will actually pay for it, and it does seem to go pretty much that way round, and people have definitely put money into it, myself included. I've been guilty for one character now, so it's definitely something that we need to look into, but it's not likely to change anytime soon, no matter how much you beg for them to do it. And the final piece is this right here, saying Peach is back. Yeah, it's back, my dude, it's back. Also, I hope they give more and better skins, like ultimate weapon skins, and not blue pistol weapon skins. Like, who will ever use these? And that is a very good point. That's always been something that's really confused and baffled me. I don't really understand why majority of the skins are in the lower gradient weapons and not on the ultimates. You could really make some class A grade skins for those ultimate weapons. Nobody's using those blue ones. It's freaking annoying, man. But unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. If you haven't already, smash the like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Make sure you get a comment in the comment section because you may feature in the next video. But thank you so much again for watching, guys. I appreciate all your faces. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the clouds.